What are specific moments, or is there a specific moment that defines this win for you?
I feel like it's a lot of big moments in this game. None of them really stood out. I just know like third quarter we got two stops to defense, then fourth quarter offense was able to punch it into the end zone.
If you could describe the game in one word, what would it be and why?
Let's see. Fun, I guess. Fun. It's just getting back out there with the boys, doing something I love.
How did you feel personally?
I felt pretty good going into the game all week. The trainers made sure I was prepared. Coach Banks and Coach Kyle made sure the DBs were on point, so I felt pretty good going into the game.
How tough was all those weeks off with the injury?
It definitely wasn't the funnest. Just keeping my head down, grinding, trying to stay positive, and supporting my teammates and leading.
What exactly happened against Portland State?
I had a lower body injury, and I had to take some time off.
Was there we didn't see on the play? Like, was it just a weird?
Yeah, it was just
kind of
a freak accident.
Gotcha. Okay. Did you expect to be this far off? Like, was that kind of the timetable, or were you expected to be earlier?
It was supposed to be around this, but we kind of pushed it a little and started doing the rehab more than twice a day, so to get back on the field.
Gotcha.
How do you feel knowing that this is your last home game this season?
Well, it's the last regular home season. We're looking to play in the playoffs, so that's good. But it's no different. It'll be fun to have Bobcat Stadium packed and loud.
Holding Eric Berrier to 200 yards less than he average per game. I mean, what is the mindset of this defense? I mean, what is take me in the locker room? Like, what's the vibe?
Just finishing every play, running hard, playing hard, and just doing what we're supposed to do, no matter the opponent.
Were you kind of hoping to come back for this game specifically because of who you were facing?
That was one of the goals for sure, definitely. But I just wanted to be out there with my team regardless of who we were playing.
Did you guys have a different game plan or anything specific that you tried to change because of who you were facing?
Nah, week in, week out, we're going to do what we're going to do regardless of the opponent and not change anything. So it just dive into the opponent and prepare great.
It seemed like there was a lot of, not coverage sacks, but a couple plays where he was running around and couldn't find anybody. I mean, is that what you guys kind of saw on film and just throughout the game, that you guys weren't really letting any of the receivers open?
Yeah, like today we looked over the film and we played pretty good on the back end on defense, covering most of the guys, so that was a good thing.
Is that just simple as execution, or were there other things that kind of keyed you guys being able to do that against a tough team?
Execution as well as knowing what's coming, like before pre-snap, getting your indicators where the wide receiver lines up and stuff. So there's a lot to tie into it.
You mentioned kind of knowing what was going to be coming on some of those plays against EWU. Ty mentioned the same thing against San Diego about like we know half your plays. Like, what is that? Just preparation? Is it just watching a lot of film, or is there other things that kind of are able to let you guys do that so often?
Just preparation, watching film day in and day out, every chance you get if you're not doing schoolwork or recovery, and just talking with the coaches, the key route concepts they're running and stuff.
Is that a lot of Freddie kind of? Is that kind of his doing? You think of getting you guys really prepared?
Oh yeah, definitely. It's all the coaches making sure we're prepared day in and day out, doing what they're supposed to be doing, making sure we're confident within the calls and the playing.